for almost 8 years. I'm a person who loves cross-functional knowledge, so I worked in IT, non-IT, telecom, now working in chemical fields. So I always believe in that having the cross-functional knowledge will help us to grow in future as a best HR person or a leader in terms of HR field. And my UG is computer science engineering. So out of my passion towards HR, I did MBA after my engineering and I did my MBA. Then I did MSc Psychology when doing my first job. So I worked in different companies and different roles. Initially I started as a management trainee. Then I promoted as a HR generalist. Then after that I thought of taking care of APAC region. Then I moved to Ericsson. Hope you know about Ericsson, right? Sony Ericsson. So I worked for Ericsson almost 3 years in Bangalore. And after that I moved to Jio, Reliance Jio. So they had 1.5 years and now into LNT for 1 year. And other than that, I love entertainment. I am an entertainment person, so I always prefer that. I used to take lots of sessions to the colleges. I took one course for KCD, you know about KCD. So I'm taking one course for HR as a visiting faculty. I'm taking one course for KCD Forge. Then I represented India in Moscow, Russia, in the BRICS conference. Then other than that, I have lots of just share my profile. If you are expecting something like this 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I'll make you to think like you are a rocket scientist or something. No, sorry. I will be like just sharing my insights through my experiences, like 8 years into the same field. So whatever question you are asking, so I'll be just sharing my own experiences. What are the things I learned through my career? Because whatever you are seeing it in your books, it's easily available in Google. So wherever you feel any doubts, you can just Google it, or you can just put it in YouTube, Instagram, any social media. You can be able to get the content. So this session, how you can make it like quite interactive, which will help you to know about the real fact. The people seeing the outside third man view is totally different when the person will be working in the same domain. That is how this session will be. So you can expect that sort of an insight from me. So if you are expecting something, you will take a notes, you will prepare a book. Sorry, I am not that sort of a person. Okay? So feel free, wherever you feel like, no sir, I think this may be the right reason, you can just ping me in any in between the session and we can just have a interactive discussion or something. Okay? All fine? Fine. So please introduce yourself. I would like to know each one of you. Okay. So why you did MBA? Why you are planning to do MBA? What you did in your UG? BA English. Okay. Then why MBA suddenly? Okay. So you want to develop your family business.
I'm Sivagama. I'm also from the Navy. I did my UG BBA. I choose to study MBA to enter into corporate.
Okay. Very good.
Karthika.M. I'm from Kalyan.
Okay.
My bachelor's degree is business administration.
Okay.
And basically I've done my post as my UG is bachelor's. I've done
Lot of doing. Okay. The namesake like BBA to MBA only, know that.
also I have passion about entering into corporate.
Okay. Cool.
My name is Haritha. I'm from Kerala and I have studied BCom.
Okay.
And graduated from CA, Computer Application.
Oh, okay.
So why MBA is because I have choice of BCom but MCom. I want to study MCom but my parents push me to.
So your parents also doing some sort of a business or they want you to take up a startup or something? Nothing like that. Okay. Since MCom it's like quite big, MBA is a 3-letter word which will easily fit into your invitation.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine.
My name is Harishma and I'm from Kerala and I did my BBA, now doing MBA as I want to do business and I have some innovative ideas. So for starting that I choose MBA.
Okay, good.
Myself, Sarveshwaran.
Okay.
I'm a physics graduate. Basically, my entire life is given to my father.
Okay.
And this MBA is my idea.
Okay.
I want to become also.
Great. Finally, you are doing your passion or something which. Great. Fine. Yes. whenever I address this MBA grads who are about to take HR or who are planning to take an HR, so one thing I used to say, if you are keen about making money in your first initial time of a career, so HR won't work. Because HR is a profile where it's sort of a slow growth. You won't find a rapid growth like a finance or marketing person. But initial time it will be there. Because why starting the conversation with this? Notice like mostly you will compare, right? When your friends are doing marketing and they are getting placed in 6 lakh, 8 lakh per annum, and still you are into 3 or 3.5 lakh per annum, so you will have the confusion whether I took MBA, HR, or should I need to go with marketing or something. So that is the reason I just thought of mentioning that. The first thing is financially it will take time, because once you started pursuing your passion or into living the life into HR career, it will take time, and after the time you will reach the peak. If you really have a passion towards a people management role, it will be easy for you. That is the first one. Second one, you may or may not be an extrovert. That is not a big deal. But once you started choosing the field as HR, you should be an extrovert. No other option. Because sort of dealing with people. So if you are an introvert and you are hesitant to talk with someone who you are meeting for the first time, it will make you to feel, and the other person also will feel down. Because they expect the HR person should come, should talk, should get those words, thought of giving a solution for a problem, some sort of things. Because you will be dealing with people. If you are checking with employer, that is also a person. If you are checking with employee, that is also a person. So at the end of the day, it's more about dealing with people, so it will take time. So first thing, you need to come out of that so-called boundary which you are setting up now. So you need to come out of that. And the other things, whatever task you are getting, you need to start learning. People will think, I did undergraduation, I did MBA, then I studied from a good B school, then why I need to do this sort of a work? Maybe if you are getting a bunch of paper which is having 100 contacts per sheet, and they are asking you to call and do a telecalling for all those 100 contacts, the first thing you will come into your mind is like, why I need to do this job? Because I am an MBA grad, why I need to do this? So that those sort of words, please keep it in your mind itself, because all these little things will give you a good experience. So whatever work you are getting, whatever situation you are getting, try to learn as much as possible. So HR is the thing where you can't learn from a books. You need to come from learn from a real examples or real life things. So these are all the 3 or 4 things I can say. Initial time you will face this sort of problem. So once you overcome it, then you will used to it.
Why is it?
Most of the companies will have the perception. How many of you are using LinkedIn? All are using LinkedIn. Okay. How many of you are using Instagram? Which is a non-relevant question because most of them will be using that. Okay. So whenever you are scrolling LinkedIn or Instagram, you will get lots of buff information about HR. These people are doing only fun Fridays. These people are doing only engagements. When others are working hard. These people are only enjoying their life, corporate life. So you used to get those words, right? But that's not real. The problem is all this marketing, finance, and sales people are bringing productivity to the company. But we managing that people to make the productivity. But at the end of the day, we are a support function. HR is a support function. HR is not a profit-making function to a business. If I am owning a business and I am spending lakhs of money and my sales team is bringing back that lakhs of money, but the HR is not making any money out of it, right? They are managing the sales people because without the HR, they can't make the profit. But at the end of the day, we are not making any profit. That is the reason our growth is little slow. But if you see current trend, most of the companies started taking the director or vice president or president of HR into a CEO kind of a role. Because now how the HR job, maybe if you have the question like how the HR job will evolve, it's evolving in a HR business partner function. So that is the role currently I am taking care of, HR VP. So why the company started, initially the company started thinking as HR as a support function and they will just support. Whatever the company is saying, they will do it. But after time goes on, the HR job started different functions. They started looking into a different function. Now they are into a business partner role. If a business is running, HR is also planning a part to make the business run faster. Maybe in terms of manpower handling, maybe in terms of making the incentives look attractive, payroll looks attractive. So all those steps HR started taking care. So they started building the team as a business function. So HR is now becoming more into a business function role. Right, next.
What are the skills we want to
Okay, become an HR, the first and foremost thing communication. Either it may be English or Tamil, it doesn't matter. But communication is most important. Because lots of communication will play a major role in your day-to-day activities. From morning till night, maybe 12 o'clock, you used to get calls. Either from the candidates like you are about to get hired to the company, or is the current employees. Because I'm taking care of 1,000 employees in T and West. If they are facing any problem, if they want the medical insurance, if they want any card, they can able to download on the system, but they don't have the knowledge. They used to call. And even at 12 o'clock, we need to answer the call because that is our role. Our role is not restricted to morning 9:30 to evening 6. Whenever we are getting a call, it's a weekend, it's a holiday vacation, that doesn't matter. We need to take up the call because employees, we are into an employee well-being type of a role. Okay. What the question was? Skills. Okay. The communication is the first skill, and second one, now people started having the data analytical role kind of stuff in HR. Before that, we used to say that company is doing more, these employees are not good. But now everything we are complaining or it's like we are giving any solution that need to be in the data. So you can just develop the basic data skills. For example, you are using RStudio in your college in analytics, you are just the first year. Okay. So once you are going into the second year, if you have analytical course, you used to do RStudio and certain softwares are there. If you are well versed in that software, that's good. Or else Excel is very mandatory. VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs, because you used to handle a chunk of data. So from that data, how you are going to derive the solution. Simply you can say out of how many people are there, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of the 7 people, I can simply say that most of the people are using Geo. Okay, as a sim. But being a HR, if you are going to suggest something to the company, you need to have the data. Out of this 7 people, 6 people are having dual SIM, and this out of 6 people, 4 people are using only Geo as an internet for all this entire maybe 6 months. So after 6 months also they will use the same. So if we are giving any SIM card to the employees, we used to prefer Geo because Geo network is good. About checking all those employees, this many employees are having this problem with the Airtel, some sort of information in terms of data. So that is most important. Now people are thinking if you are providing with data, they are okay to take up the suggestion or a solution. If you are not providing with data, they are at least bothered to take. Out of word of mouth, that doesn't work out. So communication, skill, and third one which I normally say, if you are a HR person, you need to be a diplomatic person. Most of the people will think that I am a straightforward. Whatever is wrong or right, I will just say in front of their face, so it won't work. Because you need to deal with people. You are not dealing with system. The system if malfunction, who that it will work out. Or else we can replace the system. If you are working with the people, so it's hard, you need to make sure that the goal or else the role which you are saying. So you need to be little diplomatic and little flexible. For example, I just had a word with my security. Security was complaining about me, sir, this madam is scolding me, this sir is scolding me. I told, see, security, yes, of course, once you are entering into the office, the first person you see is security. You have lots of the verge. So during the time of verge, you are just meeting a person. If that person is not responding properly, you will scold. But HR is a role where everyone will scold. If the employer may scold us saying that you are spending more money from my company's pocket for this employee well-being, other things, they will scold. And the employer will scold in this way, and the employee will scold is, I'm not getting the proper salary. Other companies are giving more. This HR is pocketing all the salary. They will have this type of thing. So they will scold in that way. So we used to get lots of challenges around us because the environment is like that. For example, the marketing people, they will go, they will sell the target, they will complete it, they will get an incentive, salary, everything, month end pressure over, then they will start from the normal life. But for us, every day we face different challenges. So you need to be prepared from your mind that every challenge is a learning. I'll try to make that this challenging into more attractive challenges in terms of providing the solution. So these sort of mindset will help you to overcome. These are all the basic skills wherever you go or whatever job you go. But these are the basic skills which I prefer the person, the new trainee should have. It's tough. For sure it's tough. Personally asking, I'm a person who love to explore as much as possible. During my college days, I was in road track. Anyone know about road track? Yeah, I used to be active in road track. So after completing the colleges, I used to attend lots of events and other things will be happening simultaneously. Now I'm into NHRD. NHRD is a forum, National Communication Development Association. So I'm taking care of Coimbatore chapter as a joint secretary. I used to have lots of events. So wherever I get a time, I try to make the time into either work for a personal or else work for a corporate or else work for other forums and other things. But it's up to you. I love to make myself into a hectic busy. I don't like to miss an opportunity. So wherever I get an opportunity, I used to grab it. I thought that is my one strive, making me to push to run behind that my life into a happier things or something like that. So maybe it's up to you to manage. You won't get if you are not getting a comfortable family. Of course, it will be a bit tough if Sunday alone is a holiday and if that Sunday you are having an event, you are going out, you are not spending time with your family, and if your family is understanding, okay, it's okay, he loves to do that, he will do it. So wherever I get a time, I will try to manage with the family. Then if they are happy, then it's fine. Or else you need to manage. It will be like a little tough for me.
How do you stay updated with your laws and regulations?
Laws and regulations, I am not into a legal part. I am into a business partner role. But I prefer people should attend lots of events outside. NHRD or else like any HR forums, LinkedIn. They used to conduct lots of, for example, do we need to give an election leave or not is a topic which happened last week. Last week we had a forum talk where the senior most person will be coming and saying whether we need to give, how to manage this laws when the election is just stepping in. So these are all the things how you can able to, none of the company will teach you. None of your senior will come and teach you this is the law, this is what the company is expecting. None of them will come. So once you started exploring with other forums or it's like outside, maybe your competitor, if you have a good friend in your competitor, you can able to get those information how the competition is working. I'm not saying about the moonlighting, I'm just saying about a normal talk. So how you can make this happen is to have an exposure with LinkedIn. Wherever you get, just connected. LinkedIn used to get lots of information. They will just post, randomly they will just post whatever is happening in the corporate world, which will be easy for you to learn from that forums.
So what's your current responsibilities and duties? What's your current responsibility and duties?
Okay, so that's what. Currently I'm managing T and risk as a business partner role. So once the candidates stepping in, till they exit, I need to take care of employee lifecycle management, which includes engagement, which includes performance appraisal, grievances handling, and all other aspects I need to take care. That is how that whole employee lifecycle management will happen. And other than that, I'm taking care of employee engagement for entire South India through my initiatives because my area of interest is employee engagement. So I used to do it for entire South India, which now the other zones also started implementing since we are initiating certain things which is very new to organizations and they started adapting to that. And other than that, this is what I'm handling a team. I'm handling a team of 4. In Geo, I was handling a team of 10, but here 3 people will be into recruitment and 1 people will be into operations. So this is how my role.
So I think the HR will have to face a lot of challenges and they have to face a lot of conflicts within the organization. How do you handle it?
That's what I mentioned earlier. You need to be little flexible and little diplomatic. See, conflicts, obviously the manager and the subordinate will have the conflict. And if you ask, for example, I'm just asking, the record it also there. If I'm asking you to tell about your colleges, first you will start with negative. Okay, that is normal fact. The colleges have 100 good things, but your colleges have 20 bad things. First you will start with 20. So that is how all the employees will do. If they are complaining about some process or they are complaining about company, they will start with a negative. What you need to do is you need to sit, you need to make them sit and you need to listen. You ask them to talk. Once they completed their negatives, then they will start exploring the positives. So in between the negatives, you started addressing to the negative, then the conversation will build. The conversation will build. You won't find a solution because that person is angry on someone. He will show angry to you only because you are the person who are addressing the problem. So my way of working is like I will ask the person to talk. All his frustration, once it's done, then I will talk. Okay, I understand this is a problem. Then maybe this may be the solution. You just try with the one week or 2 weeks. If you are not able to make the problem solved, then you come up with it. So in between, if I'm giving you 15 days of time, 8th or 9th day you need to call that person. That's how things are going on. Or else he will put on the paper and leave because he already in a frustration. So you need to have that sort of like connect with the employees, not too personal by the way. HR's people will see that if HR is connected too personally with an employee, we see that all the secrets HR will say to that person and it will spread to the employee. But normally if you are maintaining a professional relationship with all the employees, all are equal, from a security to CEO, whomever it is, HR is common for all. So that thing you need to keep to manage with this conflicts and challenges. Fine.
So, at the beginning of communication, you said the word HR generalist.
Okay.
What is it?
If you ask me like the word HR generalist, before 2015 or 18, people name it as a HR generalist who will be an admin and as well as will be taking care of this employee life cycle management. One person will be a recruiter. HR you have different wings, right? Operations and payroll, compensation, analytical team, training and development. Each team will have different things. So HR generalist is a person who will be taking care of all. For example, if it's less than 200 employee company, one person can able to manage. The HR generalist will have 2 to 3 persons who will be taking care of recruitment and other stuff. But after 2015 or 2018, organizations started seeing that HR should also play a major role in the organization development, in the business. So we need to have a role which is aligned with the business. So HR business partner is a role where I used to get productivity data. I used to see the productivity data and I used to give an example, okay, this branches are not performing well because this may be the reason. Or else I will visit the branch. Before like 2000 or something, HR won't get the productivity data. HR won't involve in any such businesses. They will provide the manpower. If the manpower is leaving, they will do an exit interview. They will close it. Or they will do initial task. That's it. But now we are involving into business model also. We need to know how the business is working. Before that, it's not like that. So that's why the HR generalist role evolved into a HR business partner role. Now most of the companies started having a HR business partner in the junior level. When I started the career, for example, Ericsson will have only 2 business partners in Pan India. Only 2 business partners, HR business partner. HR business partner will have certain roles. So we will be working for the HR business partner. But now people started taking up the management trainees like you after 2 years of experience into HR business partner. They need to get their hands dirty. At the end of the day, they are saying that. Because before that, HR won't get into branches. HR won't travel into a field to know the reason. But now we are traveling. We are getting into the branches. So how the sales people are struggling in the field. So once we are getting into the knowledge of those information, we can able to plan the policies and other things according to it. So that's why the HR business partner role now stepping in. Most of the companies, HR generalist like becoming an outdated one.
From the older days and now, HR is evolving. So there is from what it was older in the older version and what is it now? Like the differences what you said. Can you just brief it? What are the differences there was?
That's what. Before that, HR is just a support function. They will come, they will hire, and they will give the hired person to a business after the training, and the hired person will work, and if the hired person is leaving, they will do it. This is how the HR was. Now, if you are seeing any HR, any sort of HR in most of the companies, they are aligned with the business. Before that, it was not aligned with the business. It's aligned with the company. It's aligned with the organization. Now, each business will have a separate set of HR. For example, I'm just saying one IT company is there. Then IT will have 5 different things: media and sales, marketing, and digital, and some other thing. Now, this 5 domains will have a separate 5 HRs. The one HR will be taking care of only media solutions. They will be going into the media person, and they need to know the business. They need to understand the market. Then only they can able to serve. Now HR role is evolved in such a way that it should manage the business. If, for example, if the manager is on leave, the HR can able to manage the business. None of the company will ask you to manage the business, but I'm just saying you need to have that sort of a knowledge. And before 2020, you don't have proper data. They will just give a solution. This may work or may not work, trial and error method. Now everything depends on data. Whatever solution you are giving and wherever the company is, you need to have the data. If you are providing the data before and after, you are initiating something, you need to provide the data why you are initiating this. By initiating this type of an initiative, we can reach maybe attrition will be less. And if you are providing the data that this will work, at the end of the day, 6 months you are taking, after the 6 months you need to provide the data, whether it works or not. If it's not work, sorry, it's not work, we need to have some other plan. If it works, yes, I did it, it worked. If it's not working also, they will blame you only because you initiated. If it's working good, then they will give a credit to your manager because he implemented some sort of. These are all the things like newly evolved and yeah. HR is more about a strategy. That's what HR role is built on. But companies will make us to think that no, you need to do a transactional work. But at the end of the day, how you are taking it? For example, if you are interested to take up an initiative or something strategically, with the help of the data, if you are providing us a solution or a project which we can able to run, companies will take. But company won't ask you to take an initiative. Company will always think that HR will do a transactional work. But now, companies also expecting us to think in a different way how the business can be better. How the manager of a sales person is thinking. We need to think in the same way this can be better. This branding can be better, maybe which can include this sort of initiatives. Okay. So I used to take lots of initiatives from my school days, I can say. Wherever I find a scope, I will try to initiate because I am an extrovert person who tries to implement certain new things which will remember your name forever. So that sort of a person I am. So each company, wherever I go, from my first company, I initiate something new. My first company were like 250 to 80, close to 300 employees. They don't have a culture of employee engagement. I was the one who initiated. I am a management trainee manager. But by God's grace, or else like I got a good HR director. Whenever I go and propose a plan, she will be like, okay, do go then, let's see. We'll just try. That sort of environment I got in my first company. So I initiated lots of employee engagement activities, employee wellness, sort of rewards and recognition to have a proper system. And after that I moved into a top-notch company, Sony Ericsson. As you know, it's like 142 countries it has. And in India, like 5 to 6 states. But I work for Bangalore office. So that you can't expect that sort of thing. If you are going and doing some sort of an initiative, people will question, no, we need to go to head office. Head office will do. It will take 3 months of time where all your initiatives will be put into a vein. It won't work out. So what you can do is, you need to provide a solution. For example, hiring was the problem during the time. Hiring to join the mission was a come to our office, have a coffee connect with their senior most person, and then they will have an office tour. It's a 1 hour activity where it's a sort of new thing. I just thought of trial and error only. I thought why these people are not joining. If they have a connect with the company, they will come and join. If they feel that this company will give a good career, because salary wise Ericsson is quite down. But if they are not coming to the salary, they are going to the other company, what this company is paying. That's the analysis which I did. And after that I initiated this activity. And this activity made the attrition of 30% into 12%. This is more than 50% reduction, which got pan-India thing, and I got an award for APAC. Whole APAC I got an award because of this initiative. I don't know whether now Ericsson is following that or not, but till 3 years I was there, I followed them. And after that I informed my junior also to follow them. Initially they followed, and before COVID I understood. And in Geo also, lots of data accuracy was not there. So I thought we need to have a platform where we can able to, each HR can able to download the data and sort of scrutinize you can't make the employee, or else you can't make the other person to see the data and like what hell is that. If that person is not understanding all your data, nothing gonna work. So the dashboard should be easy. It should be easily viewable. It should have columns, rows. That's it. With the data. From that we can able to find it. If you are doing a pivot or else like chart mode, it should be visible. Maybe a line or else like pie chart, but it should be easily visible. So that's sort of an initiative I did. And current company in L&T Finance, like once the employee joined, I feel that the employee joined after 30 days before getting into the salary, he is not getting a warm welcome from the business team, because everyone are like tracking their business, sales and other things. So I thought before the salary day, every month we have a one call where all the new joiners will step in and they will share their own experiences. And I'll be asking some sort of a newly promoted guy, person will come and share such stuff. I joined as like you. It's sort of giving an awareness to the person. No, don't feel worried that you are getting so much pressure because you are a fresher. After 3 months you will be getting this sort of a role. After getting a quick promotion, after getting a hike, you will get this much salary. So that's sort of an awareness I thought of creating. I named that event as an unedited, new joiner connect, and it's still going on. So these are certain initiatives which I feel I still want to initiate lots of pit stop programs and other things. Still working on it. Because one person for entire South, it will take time. Because if you are doing an employee engagement activity, your boss may not think that okay, he is busy with employee engagement, so day-to-day work may get delayed. No. None of them will think. All this initiative and extra things will be an extra mile. So you need to work little extra mile. If others are logging out by 5 o'clock and you need to work on this, you are working till 6 o'clock, company won't give, okay, you work on 6 o'clock, your hike will be plus 1%. No, none of the company will. It's about your self-satisfaction. I know HR, I want to pursue my passion as a HR, so that's why I'm running an extra mile. If you are not liking HR, if you don't love this field, and you are getting into this field, you can't run an extra mile. So wherever you like, you go, you will run an extra mile without getting any credits. If you are not getting the rewards and recognition also, you will run. Because at the end of the day, self-satisfaction. Okay? Fine. Yes.
Sir, according to you, what can you consider as your highest or biggest achievement throughout your HR journey?
Serving the HR field itself a big achievement. Because since I used to say, 10 sentences I'm using this word, pursuing my passion. So whenever I feel dull, or it's like whenever I feel like less motivated, I'll have one thing in my mind. I took this career. I took this HR as a career or with a passion. So I need to drive it. I need to sustain in the role. Then only, because per year I'll be seeing 2,000, 3,000 college students for various sessions, training and other things. I used to say that I'm pursuing my passion. So maybe out of the 2% will strike that, okay, I also need to pursue my passion as HR. If I was not in this field after 10 years, if you are seeing me, then you will feel that I failed, which will make you also to fail. Okay, this person told on the day, but now he is also not an HR. So what sort of a passion is it? So that is why. So whenever I feel self-motivated, make me self-motivated, I used to think in And achievements. Recently I received awards. I used to get lots of awards. Nowadays I'm not that fond of awards. During my school and college days I used to like to get awards. Now recently also I received an HR Excellence Award of Coimbatore by E Behind the magazine. So awards I used to get. But one thing you can have with you is like without getting any awards, without getting any recognition, nothing you are getting. You are getting only salary. At that time also you need to love your job. Or else you can't serve. So I feel that this is what you really need in terms of an fresher. Because most of the fresher, once they are stepping into the job and they are getting one scolding, they will cry. I know. Because initial time when I was joined as a management training, when I got a scolding, I'll be down like anything because I'm not used to it. I'm a only son, so I won't get much scoldings in family. And I always in a limelight during my school days, college days. Gowtham is in a limelight, so I didn't get that sort of a scolding. Right? When you are into corporate, at the end of the day, he is paying you, so he will scold like anything. He need to release his pressure. No, he release the pressure. So whenever I feel down and that 1 week it's like dull only. After the 1 week I'll think this 1 week is gone. The time which gone, I being a sad, my friends will come, hey, it's okay da. All those things you will get. But that 1 week of time, that 24 hours, all is gone. Maybe if that scoldings and other things maybe ended up in a 1 day, remaining 4 days you might have used in a different things. Not of productivity, at least some sort of a movie. Sometimes you enjoy. Life is once. We already crossed half of our life because the current trend says that till 60 is the maximum age limit they are saying. So 60 we almost crossed 25 to 30. So if you are not enjoying the day-to-day life, that's it. Nothing gonna change. The career, if you are not getting HR role, that's also fine. Try to enjoy it. That is the one quote I always keep it in my mind. Hope all know Tamil. Idhum kadandu pogum is my forever thought. Whenever I feel happy, whenever I feel so sad, I will remember this. Idhum kadandu pogum. If I am happy, I will be cool. Idhum kadandu pogum. You will become a normal very soon. If I am not happy, don't worry. It will get over. You will get into a new role. This is how I treat my life. If I expect maybe